Hi, it's Yvonne. It's time for the haul video. I've done a couple of thrift with me, go with me live at the thrift store videos and picked up a few things. And so now here's the haul video where we look at things more closely and talk about, exactly what did we find out that it was, what's the resale value, where am I going to list it, things like that. A few things I bought for myself. So I do thrift with me, go thrifting with me live at the thrift store. I do what sold videos. I do haul videos where we take a deeper dive and look at things more in depth. So some people like the different types of videos. I like all three of them. I do all three of them. So this is the Goodwill and the Arc thrift store thrift with me that some of you went with me on if you watched those videos. All right, so we'll get started. This is just international pewter. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Husband's home for lunch. Mwah. Love you. I'm doing a haul video. Okay. He comes home for lunch. He works real close and he loves that, so he comes home for a little while. Okay. Anyways, international pewter. This label doesn't sell for a whole lot, but I liked this. It's antelope or kangaroo. I'm thinking kangaroo, right? Kind of aborigine. Here, you guys look at it closer and see what you think. It's all etched. Or maybe bunny. It doesn't have a long enough tail for kangaroo, does it? I don't know. We'll figure out. Probably bunny or something, but it's some kind of indigenous art. And this is a little candle holder. And it was only $1, so we're going to try that. But it's not worth a whole lot. I just thought it was really cute. So I'm guessing $10, $15, and probably have to wait for the right person on that. But it is marked. I don't know with the shininess if it'll catch it, but it is etched and marked in there. And it was half price at the Goodwill. So, okay, this. Definitely let it focus. Okay, 3D relief, okay. Definitely out of my wheelhouse. But when I peeled back the label, you're probably not going to be able to see this. Let's try. Oh, yeah, maybe you can. It says Fern Cunningham Store. And at first I thought it was just like a homemade project where someone just etched their name in, wrote their name in with a sticker or toothpick. But I looked it up, and this is a famous artist of paintings and stuff. Now, I couldn't find anything about pottery, so I need to do some more research on this, but it's not chipped in any way, and it's really cute with the cupids. So we'll have to get back on this. If anyone knows, go ahead and tell me in the comments, okay? So I paid, this was not half price. I went ahead and paid $5 because this might turn out to be something. So this piece here, I'm not sure if it's modern or mid-century. International 99. They're a company. I think they're still in business according to my research so far. But I thought for $1.50 half price either way, it might be a modern flower holder from one of the floral companies. I don't know. But I liked the design of it. It definitely has a mid-century modern look to it. So I'm pretty sure it's still going to be resellable, whether it's vintage or repop or new, for more than $1.50. And if not, I don't mind it so much, I don't mind it. So the plastic has kind of an older feel and marking to it as well. So I'm kind of hopeful that this is a little older. Here's the bottom. I don't know if you can see. Some of these colors are hard to show up. Trust me, it's just etched international abbreviated 99. And they're still in business with some trinkets and giftware. Okay. You know what? These are connected, so let's do this. So, some of you that follow me already know about this. I was undecided. I don't know what's wrong with me. It was like $2.49. Why was I so undecided? But I threw something up in one of the new groups I joined to help me learn more about the type of vintage things that I don't understand. And I think with their help and with my own research, I found out that this is a Fostoria. Fostoria. I'll throw the name up there for those that are learning like me. Fostoria. And it has some resale value. Probably about 25 or 30 if I'm lucky. No chips. In great shape. It's called Moonglow or Moonglass. But it's I think it's also called floating plate, possibly, because of this, where it looks like it's kind of floating, possibly. I really love this. I might keep it, I might resell it. I've never found or sold Fostoria since I'm new to this. So I'd kind of like to put that on my reseller bucket list, right? Just a little game some of us play with ourselves. But also, sure is cute. I don't know if you guys can really see the quality of it. But I don't know why I was hesitating. But I went back to get it. It was still there, thank goodness, the next day. And so while I was there, I took a peek around real quick and spotted these for $1.59 each. And so these are pretty retro, right? They're little mosaic tiles. But I've never seen such little ones. Matching set is good. No flaws at all. I like the pastel. I think someone's really going to like these. I'm sorry I can't really tell you a resale value on it just yet, but I'm pretty sure I can get over 20, I think, since they're in such good condition and the colorway is good and the size, and there's a set. So I think that was $3 and some odd cents well spent. Look at this. Okay, this is a Hummel. I don't own a Hummel. It was half price for $1, so I did get it. It's signed. Let's see if you guys can, let's see if it'll pick that up. Yeah, it is. Whoops, it's backward. Dang it. Okay, so this is like, 3D. Now I know it's broken. It's missing a little wing, but I think it's not glazed heavily yet, so I think I'm just going to fix this and keep it for myself. It's adorable. I'm not real big on this kind of vintagey stuff, but I don't own a piece of Hummel, so I think this would be a good one to say I do have a piece of Hummel. I think it's adorable. So I'm going to fix it up, and I don't know where I'll hang it. The bathroom or the laundry room. It's not really my aesthetic, but I think I can slide it in somewhere. But this does have some resale value, being a Hummel piece. I think when I saw, I think those were around between 20 and 30 that I saw. Don't quote me on that. These knives were in the case. They're pretty. They were half price, thank goodness. Briddell, Briddell. Now, these are only worth about $20 resale. They're in great shape, look like they've never been used. The case has a little crack on it. But I really liked the, that's not plastic. I really liked just the design of them. So if they don't sell, I'm perfectly fine to keep these for myself. I don't care either way. I really don't. So $2.50 was a good price. It was at the Arc. So can you guys see that label? But some of the knives go for a lot more money. Definitely, okay? This is just a little bit lower end in that label. So, so now that I'm taking a deeper dive into vintage, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have a precious little teacup. But I don't really like it too frilly. So I picked this one. Oh, and a couple of them you saw on the Thrift with me that I did kind of like, that were a little more subtle, but they were in a big set, and I felt like it would be rude to take one out of a 4 set, and prevent someone else from enjoying it or reselling it. So I would pass. But I found a loaner that I like. So $1.49, and it was separated, so I had to pay $1.49.99. But I like this. This is by Schindling. If I'm saying it right? Schindling. So it has resale value. Some of their stuff is more expensive than others, and vintage glass people probably already know. But this one has a nice kind of Art Deco-y, right? Kind of a little Art Deco. So it does have resale value, probably $15 for this one all by itself, because of the brand and the design, and it's in good shape. But this will be my official little vintagey foo-foo teacup, okay? But it does have resale value, and it's cute, right? Where are we at? Okay. Oh, hashtag save the smileys. You saw me get very excited about this. So I always buy, I told you guys, I always buy the mugs everyone else passes up. I always buy these from the floral people. You know, things come in it because they're usually very, very cheap. And then I give them out as gifts and stuff just for fun. Most of my family just uses them for like cereal bowl. I think there was a picture floating around a few years ago of Miley Cyrus eating cereal out of one. So a lot of the millennials kind of thought it was cute, so they appreciate it. Now, when I say hashtag save the smileys, when it comes to collections, I'm really picky, and I don't really like for people to buy them for me, because I did that once when I was younger with mermaids, and people would buy them for me for gifts, and it got out of hand. I ended up with like 300 mermaids that are all in boxes now in my mom's basement. So when it comes to my collections, I have a few themes that I collect, and I'm very picky. It has to be that I thrifted it at a garage sale or thrift store, and it has to be a good price, and it has to be somewhat unique. With the exception of those which, you know, aren't that unique. They're plentiful, but nobody else seems to care about them, and they're fun. But anyways, a salt shaker. I couldn't find another one, but so that's pretty cute, right? So we'll add that to my collection. Now, in this case, if anybody does find a matching pair, let me know. The matching one, because I will buy it from you. As long as you thrifted it or found it at a garage sale. Okay, back to money makers. These were really heavy and quality looking, right? And someone put felt on them, so they must have been using them for decoration. But $1.99. Here, this one I'll show you, because I peeled off the thing. I don't know why they always put the tags right over the manufacturer. They know we're going to peel it back, so just put it someplace else. But anyways, Fran Hogan Santa Fe. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, Fran Hogan Santa Fe. And super heavy. Let's see, what does one of these weigh? Oh my gosh. Just one was 1 pound, 12 ounces. So, and little, I'd say southwestish kind of looking. So I think resale on these, wished I had 4, but I only have 2. I think resale on these looked like it was going to be about $30. Some of her stuff was crazy. So remember that name, Fran Hogan. I'll pop it up there too. When I go to edit, I'll pop up some text. So we did all that right. Oh, this is modern, but it was still new, and this line is called Shagware. Shagware, and there are different themes on it. This is the Create embossed and painted Create wallet, and the resale value on these is $20 to $25 depending on condition. So it's a thing. Shagware. So no one even used this. Full retail on it was $30. Oh, it's from Canada. I see it now. Canada. Can you guys see that down there? I don't know if you can see that. It says Shagware Canada. So we'll just throw that up and wait our turn. I showed you that I bought this deck of cards of Women Who Dare. It's just cards that has information about women in history that did unique, incredible, courageous, important things, helpful things to humanity. And so 99 cents, I thought I'm going to have a little fun with these somehow, either on Instagram or YouTube, some kind of game somehow with these. And not that I'm a hardcore feminist by any means, but I do believe in, you know, women's suffrage and rights and things like that. But I'm more probably about equity than I am, equality, if you understand what I'm saying. And feminism, I don't even know what to say about that. This new wave is, okay, let's drop that subject for now. All right. Trying so hard with the jewelry. I love my jewelry girls that I watch. My favorites, Thelma Thrift, Tanya, Thrifty Treasures. Angie, Dazzled by Vintage. Those are some OG players. And then there's some new girls that I've been watching. I can't recall their names right now. It's so hard to remember people's real names versus what they call themselves on Instagram versus YouTube versus Facebook. You're supposed to use your real name, but not everyone does. But anyways, I'll get back to you on the new girls that I'm following, or if you have any good suggestions. I just can't get it. But any day now, I'm going to buy a jewelry bag and go for it. But I saw this. This was a really good deal. Now, this looks vintagey. It's beautiful. Look at it. I know. It looks vintagey, but this is actually from a bijou box, subscription box, bijou box, for lower end costume jewelry. It's pretty well made, and I really liked the color of the faux gemstones they put in. That kind of taupe sand color, is really pretty. I'm going to go slow. I hope it's really... That's not bad to have fun with some costume jewelry that looks a little vintagey, right? That's not bad. So I think that'll look pretty with the right suit or dress. So I bought that for myself. Resale value on it's probably about $20, only because just a slight bump in quality versus like Claire's. And it's from Bijou Box. And so some people are partial to like those subscription boxes. Okay, so let's do this real quick. This was from the last thrift with me when we went to the Ark. This was just like yesterday. Anyways, yes, I did pick up this azalea scarf. Because Silk of Como, that's in Italy. That's a very well-known place for silk production, and some people consider it one of the best qualities. They've been doing it for a long, long time. One of the oldest, I believe, for that area. So they tend to bring a little bit more money, and so that's a good label. Azalea, Bellagio, Silk of Como. So hand-rolled edges, of course. Everything looks good on it, so I went ahead and paid $3.99. That color was not half price, but it's really pretty. It's got good color combination. So if you watched the thrift with me, I talked about scarves. I always run through scarves. That particular Ark has the most of any Ark, or Goodwill even. But if I'm in a hurry, I just kind of look through the hand-rolled edges. If you're not into the thrift with me videos, I'll show you this. Can you see that? The hand-rolled edge? Okay. That's a clue to kind of look at it more closely. Now, I don't just stick to that because there are some modern scarves that were kind of went on viral, so to speak, by some of the newer stores, or a designer label, you know. And what else? Or some vintage ones that are, I think I showed one from Japan that was all embroidered and like that. So, but I've made good money on scarves. Even one that was damaged I sold last month for like $40. It was even damaged, but she still wanted it. I've sold a vintage Louis Vuitton for almost $150. It's just worth it. It's worth it. Escada, I've sold some good Escada scarves before. Anyways, scarves. Sorry. Okay, and this. Okay, so the crochet blankets. Doing well with those. I just had one go out, a rainbow one for $50. I'm really picky. If you saw in the thrift with me, I'm really picky. It has to be not too worn, good colors, good pattern, good stitching. This one looks like no one used it. It's not that hard. A lot of people make these get them as gifts, and they're not used. They haven't been used. This one is a quality yarn too. Some of them are like cheaper yarn, and some of them are soft, silky quality yarn, like this one. Now, look at this pastel rainbow, but look at the pattern. It's like starburst. Like, that would also be pretty, like over one of those round tables, right? So this is a yes. $5.99. I can't remember. Was that half price? I think it was. It wouldn't matter. I would have paid $5.99 anyways. Let's see if you can. I don't know if that's coming across. This yarn has some kind of silky fiber blended in. It's real delicate. When you look closely, you can see, even though it's ombre, there's some kind of little silky white thread also going through each strand of yarn. It's very silky. So let's see, this one, I'm thinking this should be good for at least $30 some because of the silkiness, because of the color, ombre rainbow color, and that design, right? Okay, I gotta be careful. This, I believe, is true vintage 60s or 70s. I really do believe. There's no markings on it, but by the wear and the size and the type of leather and this hand painting, I double checked, and I'll do it one more time before I list it, like Lucky Brand and things from the Buckle and Anthro, to be sure that this isn't a repop or, just a reproduction. I don't think it is. It's got a very heavy marked solid brass buckle. What else does that say? Look at it more closely. I really think this is authentic. Now, it's got signs of wear or storage, from older leather and looks like tanned and clean. But what I did like is, despite some of the wear, there's no missing of the paint, and it doesn't have that, like, where it was worn to death, where it has that extreme dip. A little bit of broken in dip is okay on a belt, but too extreme, and it tends to wrinkle. I don't like that. And none of the buckle holes are overstretched, and no marks here. So this is a bit of an enigma, so I want to double check before I go and say that this is true vintage. It is the snap where they can put on their own belt buckle. I may separate it, I may not. Probably not. I think it adds to the vintagey look of it, the 60s, 70s vibe of that. I think someone's going to like that. But again, I want to triple check to make sure that I don't mislabel that. And plus, it's going to affect the value. But belts are definitely worth a good look. Let's get him out of the way. Oh my gosh, dolls. So I do have to look at dolls. Like I've said a million times, when you find a doll for a few bucks and it turns out to be something very important and you get $150-ish for it, you keep looking at the dolls, even though most of them are a definite no. This was thrown in there, and I kind of recognize this. This is from an elf line. Oh, I can't remember the name. It's on the back. It starts with a B, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's on the back. Hang on, you guys. Let me move his hair. Beringer. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. But they made a series of elves. Each one has names and says how old that he or she is. He's missing a ring and a few pieces, but I still think if someone's really needing it for the collection, that I think eventually he'll still sell. It would be better if he had all the things with it and the box, of course. But somewhere down the line, these are going to run out of being for sale, and I'll have the only one, and even though he doesn't have everything he needs, someone will still be like, the cat ate my face. I need this one to replace. It's the only one left. So, I don't know if you can see, but on the back, it does say, it does say what it is, the manufacturer. So that's why I bought him. I think his name is Blinken, and he's 160, 150 years old. Anyways, so that's why I bought this. It's not a troll. It's from an elf line. Okay. Whew. Oh, Yvon. I saved a smiley. This is modern, but it's kind of weird. It's like a wobble. It's got some kind of magnet wobble. And I just liked it. This one's modern, but this one's kind of unique for me. So this is going to go, I'm adding this to my hashtag, save the smileys. So it'll go up here somewhere. So I'm just throwing that in there. Okay. Oops. Easy girl. Okay, so we talked about this if you went thrifting with me. Artichoke, and it has like an egg-shaped dish. I don't know what this dish is called yet, but when I peeled this back, it said MMA. That's Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I did verify that because I was troubled that it was just stamped on and not really etched in. That troubled me. But it is an MMA, and I already found another one like it. It wasn't for sale, so I couldn't get a comp. But let's see. I'd like to know if this has a specific name, this kind of egg-shaped opening. So it is ceramic, MMA on the bottom, artichoke. I like that color. I just sold a gurgle pot for $30 in that color. That's still a good color. Let's talk about this. I just liked the color of it, the delicateness of it. I've never seen like a little creamer without a handle. I'm not sure if this has a better name, but see, it has the little spout but no handle, so it might have a better name. I'm still learning on this kind of stuff. I paid $1.50 half price, but when I turned it over, it has, let's see if we can catch this. Give me a minute. I don't know if we can catch this, but in there's a capital H and a diamond, okay? And that sounded familiar. So it is. It's Heisey or Hazy. I'll throw the name up. Heisey. I'll throw the name up. And this color has a name. They name their colors. This is called Dawn. This smokiness is called Dawn. And I think this little guy's worth about $25. Don't hold me to that just yet. I need to do more research, but it looks good for resale. And if not, I am comfortable keeping this. I think it's precious with the little star pattern and the bluish gray. But that's a good resale. Heisey stuff is good if I'm saying it right. Okay. Again, there's the name up there. So remember that little marking. And if you're doing a deeper dive into glassware and vintage stuff, retro, then you'll want to look that up too and get familiar, because I saw some great prices on some stuff. Okay, and this is interesting. I don't know what that symbol is. I could not find it yet. It's just two rings connected. It's probably modern. This was only $1. It's a cute color, right? It's all quality and not chipped. What I liked about it is the way that you hold this. If it turns out to be nothing, I don't really care, and I may not even look. Well, yeah, I'm going to look out of curiosity. But I pictured myself, I'm a big hummus and chips and carrots or queso. Like, this feels really great to hold instead of my little kid's separation plate. I like this. The way it's curved feels really good to hold while I'm watching my Netflix. And I've got my homemade hummus and my carrots and my pretzels or whatever, and my queso. If I've been a good girl, I'm having queso. So I just really like this. I got super excited. So I collect these big ones by Royal Hager, and only when I find them thrifted. Going back to my collection rule so things don't get out of hand. But I was so excited when I saw this. This is a pepper shaker, salt or pepper. And it's a pretty good little version. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. So this, of course, is not for sale. I want a matching one. If someone finds it at the thrift and can give me a good price, I'll buy it. But so adorable. I paid $1.49. So this one's not for sale, but it does have some resale value. There are some like this, quite a few, but they're not made the same. They look pretty cheesy. So this one's different. No one has one just like this that is more closely molded after or inspired by that Royal Hager Black Panther, the big statues and the planters and the lights, the lamps that was so popular, and a lot of people collect them. Anyways, adorable, right? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So, I'm sorry, but that's a not for sale, but it does have some resale value. Very pretty. Emerald green. Hobnail, I think that's what this is called. Well, I know. hobnail. It's footed, and I was right. This is anchor hawking, or hawking. So $3.49. I'm not sure the resale value on it just yet. I think it's around $15, $20. But I am in love with that color. So this will be my first little vintage hawking dish of this sort that I sell as I go deeper into glassware. Mostly I usually just buy art glass and things like that. Something for myself. Peter Frampton, it's not old. He's old school rocker, still alive. This is this is new, but it's greatest hits. So, of course, I have the album Frampton Comes Alive. I have it on vinyl, of course, and a CD. But I like this with it just has all the best on it. So I'm just going to flip this in my car. But some people were very happy about this on Instagram and Facebook. They were like, yes, Peter Frampton. So, I think it was a good couple of hauls. And hey, to those of you that watched the Thrift with me, where I'm talking to you, I'm showing footage of being live in the thrift store. For those of you that like that, I do those. I've got something important coming up. That reseller box giveaway on Instagram from Via Trading. I normally don't enter those kind of giveaways because although my channel is still small, I do have a social media presence and I am an influencer for the Seller Diversity Advocate program on eBay. So sometimes I worry that if I enter one of those Instagram giveaways in the reseller community and if I win, I worry there's going to be, that kind of backlash like, oh yeah. So I normally don't even enter them. I might enter my friends or people that I think need help. But this one was Lindy, my friend Lindy Glenn, everyone knows Lindy, asked a few of us to promote it. So I did. Okay. She asked a few of us to help promote for Via Trading, who she has a very close relationship with. She buys and sells a lot from them. So I did that and I followed all the instructions closely. I did extra entries to try to help promote it for my friend Lindy. And I also even put it on Facebook. Well, I think all that extra effort actually paid off because I won. So I'm like, oh, crap, I won. So they sent it to me. I've got it. I've had it for a couple of days. I want to figure out how to share it with some people who need it or at least offer a really super low price. So I've been thinking and thinking. I think I'm going to, of course, I'm going to unbox it. I haven't even opened it. I'm going to unbox it here on my YouTube. And I'm trying to think, I think if I run it through Poshmark, I can fill up boxes for up to 5 pounds, right? And then so shipping would be $6.79. So I'm thinking maybe to do something like that. And that way some people could pick up a box for just a very small price and shipping. Now, Poshmark charges us a minimum of $2.95, and I'd like to make at least a couple of bucks for my work of separating and shipping and all that. Okay, so I'm thinking, well, what if I put it all in the large boxes up to 5 pounds, put it on the scale, load each one up to 5 pounds, and then I can put it on Poshmark and maybe just say like $10. Okay, that would cover the $3 that Poshmark's going to pull out of that $10 sale. So that would give me, $7 for like my time and effort. And so it would cost whoever bought some, it would be the $6.79 shipping and then the $7. So that's like $14 and you get whatever can fit in that up to 5 pounds, right? So it's got to be at least, I don't know, at least 4 to 8 pieces, right? I haven't really done any kind of reseller boxes. And I don't think I'm going to call them reseller boxes. I want to call them more like love it or list it. I think I'll put them by sizes so you can order what size you like because these aren't going to be real big money makers by any means, right? But they might be, we'll see when we open it. I don't know. We'll see when we open it. Other people have gotten clothing boxes from Via Trading and they're great boxes, but it's nothing that's going to sell for like $100, not that I've seen yet. We may get a few surprises in my box. We'll see. I'm just going to guess they're going to be around $20 resale on Poshmark. Just guessing. But so if that's the case, I thought, okay, we'll call it love it or list it. Order your size. Pick out what you love for yourself. List the rest. You've got to be able to sell at least one piece out of the box to get your $14 back. That's kind of my plan. What do you guys think? If you can think of a better idea, let me know. I don't know. So I've got that slated to try to maybe do this Friday. I'll start announcing it in a couple, like tomorrow or Thursday. If I think Friday looks like we can do it on Friday, I'll start announcing it so you can, join in and tell a few of your friends. That'll be helpful. Also to give time if anybody has a better idea. Okay? All right, you guys. I have got to go to the grocery store before it rains. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later or on one of your videos. Bye-bye.